Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Exceed, and it is a four-wheel drive model, and you can see in this red color it just presents so beautifully and so vibrant as well. So what we'll do is run through the condition of the vehicle as well as some of the features that does come in the Exceed model. Now taking a look at that front end, do notice you do have that dynamic shield look. So it is the updated look that is pretty much consistent across the current range and the 2020 models. So nothing's been changed. You're not losing out on the appearance of the vehicle. But if you do note on the front of the car, you do get the color match front parking sensors. So red on the sides and black through the front of that front bar there. Now coming across the side, this car does also come with what they call a 360 camera system, being the Exceed model. So there is a camera located just here. That is for the front facing camera system, and I will point out the rest of the cameras around the car. Now front end condition's pretty good. There is very minor stone chips here and there and a few minor scuffs. We have gone through the effort of touching it up for you, but just so you know that those are there. It's just along the front there. Can feel a few, but other than that the paintwork actually is pretty good. Now the headlights are a very sleek design. The grille actually integrates into there pretty evenly, and you do also get the daytime running lamps through the bottom of the headlights, two projector globes and indicators all in that system. Below that is your headlight washers and a fog lamp fitted underneath. Now coming across to that first alloy wheel, this rim actually presents in very good condition. Got a very nice dual tone effect, gunmetal grey on the inside and polished aluminium on the outside. Now that rim is completely undamaged and you've got lots of tread remaining on those Toyo tires. Panning across the side of the vehicle, the car does come with the color match side mirrors in that beautiful red with the indicator lamp fitted in there to actually elevate the lamp, improve the visibility, and also clears up the quarter panel. Now the door handles are finished off in a chrome. It does kind of blend in nicely with the whole car. It gives it that slightly more nicer aesthetic compared to your standard Outlander models. Now if we have a look inside, like I said, full leather interior in the Exceed model. So full leather seats all the way through the car. Excellent condition on these leather seats. No damage, no marks. Little bit of creasing here just from getting in and out, but like I said, it is what you'd expect from a used vehicle. Electric seat controls at the bottom. Nice little comfort feature, and those genuine Outlander floor mats at the bottom. There is also an Outlander scuff plate that is going to keep the paintwork nice and clean when you get in and out of the vehicle, and it's going to prevent the damage for the car. Now we'll note the car doesn't come tinted. May look a little bit dark because we're in the dealership, but the back windows do have a privacy glass. That's just going to stop people from looking into the car, but it's not going to provide the same safety and protection as tint. So make sure you do talk to us about these options. Now having a look in the back of the Exceed, you do notice back seats are also in very good condition, no damage on those seats whatsoever. And one thing I will show you is what makes the Outlander actually quite unique. Now these back seats can fold completely flat. If you want to know how, it's very simple. So what you want to do is reach under the front of the seat, simply pull it up like so, flick that forward. Now there is a little lever here which you do want to fold forward like that. Make sure it's on the forward setting, and then up the top is where you would have, there's a little latch here. You want to pull that up and make sure your headrests are down as well, and there you go, pretty much completely flat. So you can utilize the whole boot space in the back of the vehicle, and I'll show you what that looks like from the back of the car. Now the second rim, no damage on that rim whatsoever, completely unmarked. Coming across to the tailgate, got your nice chrome badging at the back, so DID for your diesel injected, Outlander badging, and those reverse parking sensors along the bottom. Now reverse camera is mounted just under the lip of the boot, and it does also come fitted with the tow bar at the bottom. Being the Exceed model, it does come with an automatic tailgate, but the car needs to be on, at least, sorry, the car, because the car hasn't been driven, it's just not activating, but it will close automatically. But back of the boot, again, very good nick, no damage to the back of the seats. These rear seats also fold completely flat, like you can see. Full leather in the back, and these will drop down very easy. You just simply pull that latch up, and it pretty much drops down completely flat. And small storage compartment under there, and the spare wheel is a full-size spare wheel which is actually mounted under the car, and you'll release that from this cap here. To close the boot, there is a small button just here. Pressing that is going to close the boot automatically, like so. Very easy. Now coming across to the passenger side of the vehicle, fuel cap is on the passenger side, which is the safe side, so if you have to pull over in case of emergency, going to be nice and safe from oncoming traffic. That third rim, completely unmarked, no damage, lots of tread on those tires as well. Paintwork on this side is still good, no damage. I'm trying to be super picky for you guys, but no damage there. And like I said, that 360 camera system, now if you do notice there is a slight protruding part in that side mirror, that is where that camera is located. So there's one on this side and also one on the other side, and one in the front, one in the back. And that fourth and final rim, completely unmarked. Yeah, no damage on that rim. Just a bit of glue, no damage on the rim. So you've got 4 rims completely unmarked, no damage, phenomenal red paintwork, and you've got a 360 camera system and a tow bar fitted onto this vehicle. So what we're going to do is pop the hood and have a look inside. Having a look inside the engine bay of the Outlander. Now, very well laid out engine bay. You've got your washer and wiper fluid component here, so make sure you top that up and check on that. Your coolant reservoir is located right near your battery terminals, right there. So very easy to access and quite an easy engine bay to work out. So what we have here is a 2.2 litre turbo diesel motor. It is a 4-cylinder. It does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. So again, lots of gears to shift through, great for towing and any kind of payload needs. This car is a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so lots of safety for all the passengers in the vehicle. This motor produces 110 kilowatts with 360 Newton meters of torque, so plenty of torque and power for any payload needs and towing needs. Now, it is a diesel car with a 60 litre capacity fuel tank. It does have a combined fuel consumption of 6.2 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of 968 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive and whether you're towing. And having a look inside the Outlander now, it's pretty much laid out as your standard Outlander. There's nothing extra or crazy in the vehicle, but there are a few little extra things which I will point out as we go through the car. Now, starting off on the driver's side door, do get this very nice panel that does go across the actual dash and the 2 doors. It actually gives a slight wood grain effect, so very nice detail, makes it look like that Exceed kind of series. Next out is your driver's side window, fully automatic, and rest are just your standard electrical windows. Above that is central locking and window lock controls. Up at the top of the armrest is your side mirror toggles. Now, there is a button to actually fold them in. When you lock the car, it's going to fold anyway, but just in case you're sitting in the vehicle, and all your controls for that are next to that. On the right hand side of the dash, you've got a few little extra buttons here. So this first one on the far right is your forward collision mitigation, all part of the safety systems in the Mitsubishis. If you need more information as to what that is, make sure you ask us when you actually inquire about the car. Next up is your lane departure warning signal, and also your parking sensor sonar button, a blank spot, and also your automatic tailgate release. So again, if it's a rainy day like today, you can just press that, the boot's going to open, kids can chuck their bags in the back, and you can close it back up again. Above that, blank spot with the stability control button, and also a little button that looks like 2 cards. That is for the display in your dash. So that's going to show you your fuel consumption, your average fuel distance, your trip A, trip B, all those kinds of things. So which are generally displayed in the dash there. Also on your side mirrors are your blind spot warning system. So being the Exceed model, it does come with blind spot warning, where there's a little indicator in each one of your side mirrors to notify you if there is someone in your blind spot. Now on the right hand stock is your left and right indicator, fog lamp controls, headlight controls, and this little button at the end here. Now, these are an automatic headlight system, so just leave it in auto. Car's going to sense when it needs to turn it on. At the end is your auto high beam. So what you want to do is put the car headlights on, engage your high beam as per normal, and then press that button, and that is going to engage your auto high beam system. So the car will sense when it needs to turn on the high beams. Left hand side is your wipers and washers. Again, they are an automatic rain sensing system. Just leave it in auto. Car's going to turn on when it needs to do it. Paddle shifts behind the gear shifter, but steering wheel, sorry, but I will touch on that in a minute. Very nice, comfortable leather stitched steering wheel. On the right hand side are your cruise control settings with your adaptive cruise control, and left hand side are your media controls with volume and just your controls, and also call, reject, and voice control. And this little button here that looks like a little teacup, pressing that is actually going to engage your 360 camera system. So you do notice 360 camera on the left, very clear, and also your front view camera on the right hand side. Now if I press that again, that is going to turn on the left side camera over there. So if you park near a curb or some tight spot, you can use that camera to kind of help you guide you into that spot. Touchscreen head unit, and sorry, your engine stop start button is on the left side of the steering wheel, just to point that out. But coming over to the entertainment system, very, very nice entertainment system in these Mitsubishi Outlanders. You got AM, FM radio, digital radio, Bluetooth connection, Bluetooth mobile, iPod Connect, pretty much everything you can think of, and also this little apps button. Now that is all part of your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay systems. If you're not sure what that is, make sure you ask us, because that's what also makes this car slightly unique and slightly better. All your maps and all your pretty much your phone apps will run through that system there, as long as you can connect it up. Below that is your hazards and an eco mode. Dual zone climate controls, the driver and passenger have their own temperatures. Down here is a few little extra components. So firstly, this little open socket here is actually to put your key into. So if the key battery dies, you get a physical key with the actual remote, but that is just to open the actual door, and you'll put the key in like so, just so the car can recognize that there is actually a key in the vehicle, but it's not going to charge your car. 12-volt socket, And also your active and off button, if you can see that, that is for your automatic tailgate. You can turn it off if you didn't want to use the automatic system and just do it manually. 2 blank spots and a button for your blind spot warning system. You can turn that off. Next, that you do notice there is a Heyman Reese electric brake controller. So if you plan on towing like a light caravan or a camper van or something, you've got these the brake controller system already established. 2 cup holders which will fold away pretty neatly. Nice leather stitch gear shifter, and if I bring that into reverse, that is going to automatically turn on that 360 camera system and the reverse camera in the back. So 360 and reverse. Put that back into park. Now you can also use the paddle shifts. If this is just in drive, you can turn it on using the paddle shifts, and you can turn it off as well using the paddle shifts, but we'll need to just explain that to you in a little bit more detail as to how to use it, or you can just leave it in drive. The car's going to do it just fine. Behind that is your 4-wheel drive selector system. So you got 4-wheel drive auto, 4-wheel drive lock, and 4-wheel drive eco. So 3 4-wheel drive settings. You're probably going to want to keep it in auto for most of the time. Next up is your electric park brake and an auto hold option, and also your heated seat controls. Being the Exceed model, you got high heat and low heat, but both are a heated setting. Nice center console armrest. If I lift that up, you got a storage shelf and also 2 USB inputs there for your charging and also for your app connect, and also a 12-volt socket located in there, which is pretty tidy. Closing that up, I'll get the camera person to pan around the interior, show you the back seats a bit. Again, like I said, very, very clean car. Back seats are in very good nick, and I'll get the camera person to pan up to the roof to show you the sunroof that you also get in the Exceed model. So it does come with the standard shade, and you can just tilt that back like so. I'm not going to open it fully as it's raining a little bit, but you can tilt that, and also pushing it is just going to vent it out that way, and you can close it like so. So very nice car on the inside. I gotta say, it's very clean. Roof lining is in good condition. The beige color is still beige, it's not turning brown. There's no stains or marks or damage, so very nice. And what we're gonna do is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this beautiful red Mitsubishi Outlander Exceed in the 4-wheel drive model. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Now, just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this vehicle. And it does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So if you plan on keeping this car for a long time, there is great value in this service. So make sure you ask us about this. In addition to that, I would highly recommend you talk to us about our glass coat and tinting package. Now, that is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful red paintwork. It's going to keep it looking vibrant, and it's going to stop it from fading, oxidizing, peeling, all those things that could happen to paint over time. It's also going to protect it from those harsh environmental factors like bird droppings, bat droppings, and just your general sun as well. And we will package that in with some tinting. And again, there is a lot of benefit to tint. We all know the benefits of them, so make sure you talk to us about these options. Now, they are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump on a Google, search up Eric Mitsubishi, and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. As I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.